Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm going to share with you a recipe for some Cajun chicken and rice in a cream sauce. And I'm going to start with 2 pounds of skinless chicken thighs, and I'm going to marinate that in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, which I've already put in there, and a spice blend of half a tablespoon of smoked paprika, half a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, and then a half a tablespoon of Cajun tropical seasoning. And if you don't have the tropical seasoning, you can always use about a half teaspoon of turmeric to this mixture. So I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to toss this together, and then I'm going to let this marinate for at least 30 minutes. If you want to do it the night before, you can do that too. But I'm going to put this in the refrigerator till we come back from a sporting event, and then we will go ahead and finish the recipe. Okay, we're back from watching my granddaughter cheer, so I'm going to finish up making our Cajun chicken and rice in a cream sauce. So I'm ready to cook that chicken that I marinated while we were gone in. What I've got in my pan is a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter. And now that it's melted, I'm going to go ahead and cook my chicken breasts in that, or chicken thighs, sorry. I use chicken breasts a lot more often than I use thighs, but just because a lot of people in my family prefer white meat, but I like the dark meat. So anyway, so I'm going to cook these in this butter and oil about 5 to 7 minutes per side, and then I'll show you what comes next. I just need to get them all in there and cooking. And I've got it on a medium high because I want these to sear up nicely. I've also got some rice going. It's going to take about 2 cups of cooked rice. So I will come back when those chicken thighs are done cooking on one side at least, and let you see what's going on. So our chicken is all cooked. I'm going to add just a tiny bit, maybe about a half a tablespoon more of butter to the drippings in the pan. And then I'm going to take some red onion, and you can use up to 1/4 of a red onion. And I want to saute those onions and some garlic and my pan, and I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of garlic in. You can go a little heavier or a little lighter. And I'm gonna let that cook for a few minutes on the lid. To tenderize those onions a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my 2 cups of cooked rice, and I'm gonna add my cooked rice to this pan. And then I'll make my sauce that's going to go over this. And put my chicken back in. I just want those to caramelize just a minute. Salt and pepper out of the way. And I did turn my heat down a little bit just so this doesn't burn. I'm going to add another pinch of Cajun seasoning to this. I don't want very much because we're going to add some to the sauce as well. Okay. Take my rice and add it in. And then I'm going to use the same pan that my rice was in to make my sauce. coated. I'm going to set this aside for a minute while I make my sauce. So in my pan for my sauce, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter and let that melt. And I have, as soon as that melts down, I have a seasoning combination that I'm going to put in with my cream. So I have 1 cup of heavy cream that goes in this as soon as that butter melts. And then the seasoning I have in my ramekin, I have a tablespoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and then 2 tablespoons more of the Cajun seasoning. I had to put my apron on because this chicken was splattering all over my stove. I can imagine what that was going to do to my shirt. This isn't going to be a thick sauce. You don't want one because you just want it to pour over. So my butter is melted. I'm going to put in my cup of cream. And then my seasonings. I just want to cook this until it just begins to get a little more body to it. It takes 2 to 5 minutes. Depends on the heat you have it on. Working. If you can see it, I'm going to take my rice and put my chicken right over my rice so that when my sauce is done, it can be poured right over the top. And then it'll be ready to go. I'm stringing it all across there. Add those meat juices back in. Yeah, it's starting to get a little body to it. If you can see. And you do not want this to boil. You just want it to start, get all blended thoroughly and start to barely thicken. The weather is starting to turn here, so it won't be long and we'll be fixing chilies and soups and jambalaya and all those things that mean winter is coming. My husband is cheering for that in the background. There, we're starting to get a little bit thicker. I should use one of my smaller burners, but I want you to be able to see what's going on. The reason you don't want this too thick, you've got that rice that will absorb some of it and the chicken that will take some of it, so you don't want it on top. You want it to kind of join in with the other flavors. stirring so it won't scorch. Okay, I think we're ready for the heat to be off. Pull this over, and we'll go ahead and dump our sauce all over our chicken and our rice. And then we can eat. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.